Hi, my name is Izuldin Hani, the president of Kuala Lumpur Design Week Festival. Festival actually is design festival which hosts various creative discipline, and we are doing this in parallel with the rest of the global design week festival, namely like London Design Festival, Tokyo Design Festival, Singapore Design Festival, so on and so forth. We introduced KL Design Festival in 2009 for the first time here. Two events, 2009 and 2010. We have received over 25 million internet viewership, which is very good, for the start. And we've been highlighting lots of Malaysian designers abroad through KL Design Week exhibition series, and we are hoping that this year we're going to do the same thing. And in fact, we are also right at the moment planning for the bigger one for KL Design Week 2012. Design Week Festival is one of the new creative design festival which has been very popular in the past 10 years due to the fact that the whole economy is changing from the manufacturing economy, agro-based economy, to which is now called creative economy. So embarking towards this new economy, every country needs to promote or propagate the importance of design, its values, the global insights of the creative industry, design and creative industry, as well as the technical know-how of how to enhance each individual countries economically, creatively in this new economic trend. The effects of Design Week Festival is not immediate. It takes time, to really see the benefits of it. But Design Week Festival is a very important tool, for each countries globally, because of the whole world is changing the trend, from the traditional economy to this so-called new economy, which is called the creative economy. And it is an important event platform for nurturing or the educational part of it, importance of good design habits, as well as increase the general output, creativity output, for the creative industry, namely from, I would say, almost for all discipline: architecture, interior design, multimedia, communication arts, product design, character design, so on and so forth. So this Design Week Festival is actually a congregation of all creative designers, from cross discipline, to converge in one place, exhibit their creations or their innovations, and at the same time joining these international conferences and symposium. Every year we bring world most acclaimed design superstars from across the world, bringing this expertise here to Kuala Lumpur and share their experience, their knowledge, technical know-how, as well as giving an insights of the whole general design or creative economy globally, for us to view and understand the concept of the whole economy, how it benefits individually as well as nationally. So Design Festival is always a very important tool for every economy to grow. The most important parts about this congregation is also a networking, whereby through this networking of meeting these people from across the globe in one place, they can establish their relationship, the business contacts, understanding the cross culture between each countries, and perhaps this meeting point or this networking exercise will lead them into a bigger opportunities or open a pathway for the international exposures. So it is a very important festival or important event for all of us here in Kuala Lumpur. It is important, this event is very important for all of us in Kuala Lumpur, because not many of us here in Kuala Lumpur who have access to all this design festival around, which took place around the world. So by bringing this festival back here to Kuala Lumpur, I hope the students, the practitioner of the creative practitioner of the industry can come together and see what's been exhibited and how this thing can benefit or enhance or to get inspired or aspire to be successful in their normal endeavors. This year, Kuala Lumpur Design Week, our dates is fixed in parallel with London Design Week. A reason why we picked this date, the same date as the London Design Week Festival, is also because we want it to be in parallel in timing, because while the Western blocs in London have this big event there, so we want to have something similarly, but obviously not as big as London Design Week. But those who cannot go to London or cannot go to Europe, they can always come to Kuala Lumpur during this period of time. And this year we are bringing numbers of, I think about 6 speakers from London, from UK I would say, not London in particular. And altogether there are about 12 international designers coming to Kuala Lumpur in this September. And I hope the Malaysians or the students, the creative entrepreneurs as well as practitioners in Kuala Lumpur can really benefit from this event program. Kuala Lumpur Design Week was established way back in 2009, and this year is going to be our 3rd year hosting this design festival. This year there will be 7 components we are introducing for the whole of 11 days event. The event going to start from 15th of September to 25th of September. And during this event, this particular event this year, we are introducing a photography component, which is this is the first time we are introducing it. This photography component is, I would say, the biggest of its kind in Malaysia, at least, in the outdoor format. In the past, photography exhibition is always held in the galleries, in a closed environment, but we would like to introduce it in an outdoor environment, which we're going to host it at the National Lake Garden, and we are targeting to collect about 1,000 pieces of images or pictures, from all over the world, and we're going to exhibit along the jogging trail, the pathway, as well as the dedicated areas for exhibitions. We hope this program, the photographic program, can benefit the local photographers, because we are not only having the exhibitions. this program will have three components. Number one is conferences, which are bringing the top renowned photographers in the region. And we also have competitions running simultaneously. The other one is the exhibition series. The exhibition series is we're getting the best, we are picking the best images from every best photographers in the region, and we're going to exhibit for over a period of 3 months. So the photography section in KL Design Week this year is going to be one of the biggest components and one of the best highlights. And that's photography, and we also have a special programs this year dedicated just for the creative entrepreneurs. We have this program called we are having an international creative entrepreneurs colloquium. At this colloquium, we are inviting Dr. Peter Zach from Berlin. He's a professor in design, and he's a president of a few world-renowned organizations, such as he was an ex-Ecograda president, ICIDS, and Red Dots awards in Germany. At this creative design and at this creative entrepreneur colloquium, the key issue will be discussed about understanding the values of design, how design can be an added value to brands, to business, and even as a personal enhancement. And at this talk, at this colloquium, the speakers will discuss about design innovations throughout the world. How far and what are the possibilities which we could exploit and go further. So this is one of the main, I would say, main highlights of the KL Design Week this year. So that what we want is basically we want the business entrepreneurs to come in and help the the designers in establishing a business module, and at the same time to help the local designers to make design business as a profitable business. And at the same time, we would like to show the opportunities, for the creative entrepreneurs here in Malaysia. What are the possible areas that we can expand, regionally and globally in the next 10-20 years? So this is definitely a very good conference for the business people, for the brand managers, for the professional designers, and as well as the design students. Thirdly, we're going to have a series of master classes, whereby we will break up this conference into a smaller group and focus on a different discipline, such as like photography master classes. We have product design master classes, craft design master classes, so on and so forth. So there will be a series of these small master classes which are going to take place in this year's Kuala Lumpur Design Week. And number 4 is also this year we're going to have, apart from the conference series, we are having an award night, whereby we reward this creative personnel in Malaysia, who has contributed to the growth of the creative industry, as well as enhancing the business of design in Malaysia. So this program is basically to stimulate the interest and to reward the achievement, and at the same time we want to let the media know, who's who behind every invention, innovations or creations. Apart from this thing, we also have this Pecha Kucha, which is initiated by every year. We host this Pecha Kucha, which this year will be hosted by British Council, and this is a very relaxed, what we call a very relaxed presentation, of 20 slides in 20 seconds. And we host this usually at nights, in a very relaxed atmosphere, in a restaurant, in a bars, so that the participant can come in and hear, to the presenters, and the topic they can discuss or they can show, or almost from anything, from hobbies, interests, to project assignments, to discoveries, so on and so forth. Pecha Kucha is very new in Malaysia. We introduced it 3 years ago through our Care Design Week, and after that there are a few series of independent Pecha Kucha talks has been organized, and this definitely we have the local designers, because the environment is very relaxed, and it's just like an icebreaker, for the newcomers as well as the seasoned presenters, to come together, share the interest share the common interest in design and its development. Then we have a series of exhibition which are going to take place in Fahrenheit. At this series of exhibition, we're going to host a young designers section. We also have an independent designers section to exhibit whatever they have created for the past 1 year. And at the same time, we also have during this section, we also have a small talks among the designers about sharing about sharing their creation, their design, their hobbies and interests, as well as establishing a business relationship with the potential. At this exhibition series, usually both the students as well as the creative practitioner can always come and get to know who's who behind this design industries in Malaysia, and perhaps we are looking at the possibilities tying or merging or bridging these designers and the creative entrepreneurs together, so that they can expand their small business or small discoveries in design to the world. At the end of Kuala Lumpur Design Week Festival this year, we are also having a sound clash music mania. This is not about a singing stage. Sound clash concerts, so-called concerts, is designed in such a way that combines music, lights, and visual at the same time. And this is a new thing, which is today the industry, the musical industry, is moving forwards in a new presentation format, which is no longer in the form of a traditional band or a singing stage. Of course, there's those traditional presentations still being practiced, but this is a new musical format presentation. A combinations of music, sound, and lights comes together. So we're using this as the closing ceremony for Kuala Lumpur Design Week, and we hope everyone can really come and see, how this light, sound, and image, put together creatively and innovatively. KL Design Week has been established for the past 3 years. This year will be our third year, And I hope next year, 2012, we are planning to have even a bigger programs, and I sincerely hope designers around the region can come and join us for 2012, and hopefully we are planning to host it in a more bigger event, and perhaps cover a wider range of creative discipline and aspects. We hope every design associations, design collective, to come forward to join us in 2012. A reason why we would like to invite everyone out there, regionally, to participate in CARE Design Week is because looking in the past 3 years, internet viewership through our sites, we receive about 25 million hits, internationally. So what it means is basically, people. There are not many people who come physically visit the CARE Design Week in Kuala Lumpur. Perhaps many reasons why they cannot come, but definitely our portal or our homepage has been visited, throughout the world. So as a participant, whoever who participate in Kuala Lumpur Design Week get their design or their creations displayed and exhibited at the CARE Design Week. People will have access, to see their creations, their work, internationally. So this is a platform whereby I think it's a very, very a good tools, or it's a very good center stage for designers to come forward and really exhibit their creations to the eyes of the world. So we are focusing right at the moment now. In fact, CARE Design Week for this year, we scale it small, compared to previous 2 years, is because we want to focus a bigger one in 2012. So this year, the focus is to make it very small but compact, rather than distributed to many locations around the city. So hopefully next year, I sincerely hope all the design associations and collective around the regions, or in fact globally, to come forward, join us in Kuala Lumpur Design Week for 2012, for a global viewership. We estimate, or we hope Kuala Lumpur Design Week will nurture a new generations, a new groups, of designers to emerge, in Asia, so that from Asia, so that they can emerge themselves out and showcase what they do, regionally, and perhaps through this process they could get, this international recognitions and participate in the bigger design festival such as London Design Week or Tokyo Design Week. So I foresee the Kuala Lumpur Design Week is really growing in the past 3 years. If it's growing in the past 3 years, that's how I see it will grow. Probably at more rapid pace in years to come. And through this progress, I sincerely hope the CARE Design Week will nurture a new a generation which one day will diffuse the influence of this new design habits and good design practice to the rest of the world. So this is my I sincerely hope that CARE Design Week will definitely garner or introduce this new lineup, for the global design scene. Malaysia as the country right at the moment, its development has been very rapidly growing. The numbers of corporate buildings are almost everywhere. The houses are being built almost every day, and there was a big vacuum. Interior designers, architecture designers, as well as landscape designers to really come forward, and fill up this marketplace. This is where I would like to invite designers across the regions to really come forward, to come to Malaysia, to really see what are the possibilities that they can really benefit themselves in terms of in the scope of creative design companies or creative design practice. And apart from this huge potential in the architecture and interior design, I think product design is also very important to be filled up, because right at the moment we don't have much of a design, much of the product design available in our region. Most of our content when it comes to product design, it's always come from Western blocs, and I think this is where the designers in the region can really contribute, to the growth of this part of the economy by providing these Asian design elements, such as like in the furnitures, in the kitchenware, in the house utensil, lighting, and the basics day-to-day designers products such as clothing, apparels, and accessories. So I think this event, this Design Week Festival, is a very important tool across the region, not only in Malaysia, is because this is where all the designers, be it a professional or even a young one, can always come forward together and really join the group, this community group, and start leveraging on their expertise across the board regionally. So therefore, I think the Design Week Festival is very important to not only for the country, but for the design practitioner. And maybe a lot of designers out there don't actually know in the past how to start a business. There are many designers which I come across in the past, and they are struggling in the marketplace. It's simply because there's no platform. So I hope designers will understand. Actually, there's the Design Week Festival in every country is a main platform, to propagate, and to showcase each individual's presence. Design Festival in everywhere in the world is actually a center stage, whereby the creator and the buyer meets. So Design Festival in everywhere in the world is a very important meeting place. So therefore, I would like to persuade, for those who haven't been to any design festival, I think this is the time, you can really come, experience, and see what are the potential, in the design festival, so that they can really benefit, expose themselves, and get themselves to know to the marketplace. And obviously now we have this special channel TV, the DESIGNTV, which is also a very important media, a new media, whereby its objective is to focus, just to cover, of who's who in the design industry, so that the whole global network can really see who are these designers, where they come from, where can we find them. So really, this is a new era of a new media, I think everyone should come, not only for the designer practitioner, but even the general masses out there, to really come, and see what's in design festival event is all about, and to understand and get exposed. So I would like to invite everyone to come and experience the Design Week Festival, especially with us, Kuala Lumpur Design Week.